Government of the people, by the people, for the people.
Take me away, far away from here.
When President Lincoln said those famous lines 156 years ago, it was a reminder of what the American experiment was really all about.
We got this far, leave it in the...
America had so grossly lost its way and was slowly committing suicide.
When I'm with you, everything's gone.
The administration was in a mess. The Congress was in chaos. Sound familiar? When did Lincoln's words become just a theory, something that looks good on paper and etched into monuments? Something that sounds good coming from the mouths of elementary school children. But in reality, it's nothing more than a smokescreen. What happens when a government doesn't even bother paying lip service to its principles anymore? What happens when the people are cut out of the loop?
Let's stay this way, don't ever change.
America rose from the ashes of the Civil War, and over the next century and a half, it got a lot of things right. The American century saw the United States grow into an unprecedented military power, coupled with unprecedented economic power, and that helped lift hundreds of millions of people out of poverty around the world. The U.S. defeated fascism.
When I'm with you, everything's gone.
It defeated Soviet communism.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And became a force for so much good.
By your side, I won't ever let go.
But now, people argue security over freedom.
You guys value freedom more than safety. I think safety is more important than freedom.
And socialism is on the rise. Things are so upside down and inside out that adults now are supposed to listen to the voices of children.
How dare you?
And all the while, we become experts at maintaining a shiny veneer, but internally, deep in the recesses of our bloated federal government, the rot set in. And then, something dangerous happened. The rot became our new normal. When Americans grew tired of the rot, exhausted by the same story over and over and over again about graft and corruption and lies and war, well, Obama was voted in.
At this defining moment, change has come to America.
And then the discontent reached a boiling point in 2016, when Donald Trump unexpectedly rose to the White House on the promise of being the demolition expert, the outsider who would finally tear out the rot and rebuild. We knew it was bad. The rot had poked through the outer walls of the government and had been visible before. But now a giant chunk has fallen away, just now in recent weeks, and it's revealing a gaping hole of corruption. Something is seriously rotten in Ukraine, and it has American political fingerprints all over it. You know, the day of reckoning for America with the deep state, it could have happened any number of places and under any number of circumstances. But the pieces seem to be falling in place for a reckoning that's centered on Ukraine, an idea that seems to be absolutely terrifying to the Democratic Party. So much so, our politicians are about to drag our nation through the drama and constitutional crisis of a presidential impeachment process. The narrative that we've all been fed over the past few weeks isn't as neat and as streamlined as it has been portrayed. It is not an open and shut case for impeachment. I don't think it's even close. It's the background and the details, however, that we have found in these reports and whistleblower claims about the U.S. involvement in Ukraine that is much deeper and much more troublesome than whatever Joe and Hunter Biden might have been doing there. or what favor the president asked. There's never been more at stake for our nation. This is a much larger problem than a single election or which president gets elected or impeached. This crisis shines a spotlight onto the very core of our nation. Is that core intact? Or is it too rotted to be reclaimed? America is about to find out. Ultimately, this is about the anchor of our Constitution and whether or not it's robust enough to weather another massive storm. The nation now faces a crucial choice.
Where the night sky blazes and the stars appear.
The end of the Republic?
Hold me close and don't look back.
Or a new birth of freedom, as Lincoln cherished?
Got this far.
If history teaches us anything, it's that government of the people, by the people, and for the people is definitely not inevitable. It requires devotion, it requires hard work, and it requires the truth.
Hello, America, and thank you for watching. We want to thank the Blaze TV network, blazetv.com, and all of our subscribers who have helped pay for this research that you're going to see tonight. We welcome you wherever you're watching us, either on the network or if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. Thank you. First, let me start with something that you don't hear people on TV say. I am not asking for your trust. I'm not asking you to take my word on anything. In fact, I urge you not to take my word on anything. A republic is only good when the people educate themselves. I urge you to do your own homework. Please